The more we try to control everything, the less peace we feel. Many of us wake up believing God is good, yet quietly wondering why our purpose feels blurry or distant. It's a common tension in the spiritual life: faith in our minds, confusion in our hearts. And in that tension, discouragement can slowly take root, making each day feel heavier than it should. In moments like this, Mary's Magnificat becomes more than a hymn. It becomes a gentle reminder. Her praise rises not from a life free of uncertainty, but from a heart that notices God's small mercies. As if Mother is comforting us, her song invites us to look again at the simple blessings we often overlook: the breath we take, the strength to get through another day, the quiet love of God holding us even when we feel unsure. By paying attention to these tiny graces, a new hope can begin to open within us, like the first soft light of dawn. Today, take one simple step. Lord, open my eyes to your quiet goodness. Help me begin again with trust. Tomorrow, we take a small step into renewed attentiveness. Yesterday, we asked God to help us begin again with trust. From that gentle starting point, we take another small step into renewed attentiveness, learning to notice where God is already moving in our day. So often, life feels repetitive. Wake up, work, responsibilities, chores. In the rhythm of these routines, we can easily slip into a kind of spiritual autopilot, believing in God, yet forgetting to look for Him in the flow of our ordinary tasks. When our days blur together, the heart can grow dull, and we may find ourselves wondering whether anything holy is happening at all. But Mary's Magnificat offers an invitation to reflect differently. Her song rises from a life filled with ordinary moments: walking, serving, listening, tearing, and yet she saw God's presence woven through it all. As if Mother is guiding us today, we are reminded that grace often hides within the small and routine. God does not wait for dramatic events to draw near. He moves silently in the everyday, like light slowly filling a room at dawn. When we pause long enough to notice, we begin to see that the simple things, a shared smile, a breath of fresh air, a task done with patience, are touched by His quiet love. Today's practice is simple and gentle. Choose one daily task: washing dishes, commuting, folding laundry, and do it slowly with one mindful breath. Allow that small pause to anchor your heart. Let it be a way of saying, Lord, I know you're here, even in this. Lord, bless my ordinary moments and make my heart aware of your presence. A new window of hope opens in the next reflection. From noticing God in our ordinary tasks, we now take another gentle step into a deeper place of the heart. When we begin paying attention, even slightly, we realize how much our spirits long for rest, reassurance, and small glimmers of joy. Yet on many days, our burdens feel too heavy to even think about gratitude. Fatigue, stress, or quiet discouragement can make the heart contract, leaving us feeling as though nothing good is growing inside us. It's in these tender moments that Mary's Magnificat offers a soft invitation. Her praise rose from a humble, hidden life, a life that knew uncertainty and effort. And still, she recognized God's mercy as something that reaches the weary before it reaches the strong. Gratitude, then, does not demand a perfect day. It grows like a small seed, almost invisible at first, taking root in the soil of a tired but willing heart. As if Mother is comforting us, her example reminds us that gratitude doesn't need to be loud or dramatic. It simply begins with noticing one small thing that lifted us today. A smile, a moment of relief, a breath that felt a little easier, a task completed when we thought we couldn't do it. When we choose to see even one small blessing, the heart opens a little more to God's quiet mercy. Gratitude gently shifts our focus away from what is missing and toward what is already present. It doesn't erase our burdens, but it lightens them, the way a soft morning light can make a long day feel more manageable. For today's practice, write down one thing, just one, that lifted your spirit. It doesn't matter how small it seems. Let that simple act be a way of saying, "Lord, I see your kindness here. Lord, teach me to cherish the small gifts you place in my day." Tomorrow, we will explore how to return from discouragement. From noticing the small gifts in our day, we naturally take the next gentle step, learning how to rise again when the heart feels discouraged. Discouragement can come quietly after a hard week, an unexpected setback, or even from a long season where prayers feel unanswered. It can dim our sense of purpose and make us question whether we're moving forward at all. Many people carry this silently, feeling tired inside even if everything looks fine from the outside. In those moments, the heart needs tenderness rather than pressure. And this is where Mary's Magnificat offers a steady light. Her song is rooted in God's faithfulness across generations, faithfulness that does not depend on our mood, strength, or clarity. As if Mother is comforting us, the Magnificat becomes an invitation to remember that God has always carried his people, especially when they felt small or unsure. Discouragement doesn't disqualify us from his love. It simply reveals how much we need his steady presence. When we pause long enough to recall God's constancy, a quiet strength begins to return, like a soft glow breaking through a heavy sky. To help your heart feel grounded today, place your hand gently on your chest for 20 seconds. Breathe slowly and acknowledge God's steady love, not dramatic, not loud, but faithful. Let that brief pause remind you that even when you feel low, you are not abandoned. God's mercy meets us right where we are. Lord, when I feel low, lift my spirit gently. Renew my trust in your mercy. A gentle next step awaits you in the following part. From that place of renewing our trust, we now take another gentle step forward. Discouragement softens when we feel held. But even after comfort returns, hope can still feel slow to rise. Many people experience this quietly. They want to believe things will brighten, yet their hearts feel dim, as if the future is wrapped in fog. On those days, hope doesn't feel like a strong flame. It feels like a distant sunrise we're not sure will reach us. This is why Mary's Magnificat offers such tender encouragement. Her song is filled with confidence in God's work, but that confidence grew over time. God's light in her life did not arrive in one overwhelming moment. It came gradually, kindly, like dawn spreading across a dark horizon. As if Mother is comforting us, her example reminds us that hope is not something we force. It is something we allow. Even when we feel tired or unsure, God is still bringing light toward us, slowly, faithfully, in ways we may not immediately recognize. Sometimes the heart just needs permission to feel hope in small doses. A warm moment, a kind voice, a reminder that we're still here and still loved. Hope rises not through grand achievements, but through gentle openings of the soul, the way morning light touches the earth before the sun fully appears. Today's practice is simple. Step outside or stand near a window and notice one sign of light. The sky, a patch of brightness, a hint of warmth, a color that reassures you. Let that small moment be a symbol of God's quiet work unfolding in your life. Even if the light feels faint, it is real and it is moving toward you. Lord, let hope rise quietly within me today. Tomorrow, we reconnect with the strength hidden in humility. From allowing hope to rise slowly, we naturally move into the next gentle step, discovering the quiet strength that comes from humility. Many of us feel constant pressure to have everything figured out, to know our next move, to fix problems immediately, to stay strong even when our hearts feel fragile. This pressure can create a deep sense of anxiety, as if we're failing whenever we don't have all the answers. The more we push, the heavier the burden feels. In these moments, humility becomes a gift rather than a challenge. Mary's Magnificat reflects a humility that is not weak or passive, but rooted in trust. She recognizes her smallness before God, yet stands firm in confidence because she knows God is the one leading. As if Mother is comforting us, her example teaches that purpose does not grow from striving alone. It grows when we allow God to guide the parts of our life we cannot control. Humility frees us from the exhausting expectation of perfection. It makes room in the heart for God's gentle direction, letting grace do what our own strength cannot. Humility also steadies us. When we admit we don't need to have every detail solved, a quiet peace begins to settle. It becomes easier to breathe, easier to listen, easier to take one small step at a time. Like soft soil that receives the seed, a humble heart becomes a place where purpose can take root and grow in its own time. Today's practice is simple and calming. Whisper one gentle sentence. Lord, guide my steps today. Say it slowly. Let the words soften your heart. Let them ease the pressure you carry. Allow them to be an act of release, a reminder that you do not walk alone. Lord, help me walk with humble confidence in your care. A new insight into inner peace comes next. From walking with humble confidence in God's care, we take another soft step inward toward the peace our hearts have been craving. Even with the best intentions, many of us live with a constant undercurrent of anxiety. Our minds race ahead, replaying worries, anticipating problems, or feeling responsible for too much. This restlessness can wear down the spirit until even moments of quiet feel uncomfortable, as though we've forgotten how to simply be. When the heart is restless, peace can feel impossible. Yet Mary's life offers a gentle reminder. In Scripture, we see her treasuring God's actions quietly, holding them in her heart rather than trying to control every outcome. Her stillness wasn't passive. It was a way of making space for God's presence. As if Mother is comforting us, her example invites us to discover that peace often grows in stillness, not in striving. Stillness allows our anxieties to loosen their grip, and it gives God room to steady the deepest parts of us. Resting in gentle peace does not mean the problems disappear. It means our hearts learn to breathe again. Like a calm morning, peace arrives slowly, warming us from within. And sometimes it begins with just 1 minute, a single pause where we let ourselves be held by God rather than driven by our fears. Today's practice is simple and kind to the soul. Sit still for 1 minute. Notice your breathing without forcing anything. Let each breath remind you that you are safe, that God is near, and that you do not need to rush. Allow this quiet moment to loosen the knots inside your chest. Lord, calm my anxious thoughts and steady my heart in your peace. Tomorrow, we take a small step toward deeper trust. From resting in a gentle peace, we now take another small step into deeper trust. Peace softens the heart, but trust stretches it, especially when life feels overwhelming. Many of us carry worries quietly: financial stress, strained relationships, uncertainty about the future, or simply the weight of too many responsibilities. When everything feels like too much, trust can seem like a distant ideal rather than something we can actually live. It's in these fragile moments that Mary's Magnificat speaks with a tender clarity. Her trust was not built on having every answer or knowing the full path ahead. It was built on willingness, on saying yes even when the road was unclear. As if Mother is comforting us, her song reminds us that trust is not about perfection or certainty. It's about opening the heart, little by little, to the God who never abandons us. Trust grows through small steps, often taken while we're still afraid, still uncertain, still learning to breathe again. Trust becomes gentler when we stop demanding that we must feel strong first. Instead, we can let trust be something simple, like leaning slightly toward God when our own strength runs thin. Each small act of surrender whispers, "I don't have to do this alone." That whisper is enough to begin transforming the heart. Today's practice is brief and gentle. Whisper a simple offering. "Lord, I place this moment in your hands." You don't need to solve anything beforehand. Just place the moment, your feelings, your worries, your hopes into God's care. Let that small offering be a doorway to rest. Lord, help me trust you in the simplest moments of my day. A gentle pathway to inner renewal unfolds next. From placing this moment into God's hands, we continue gently toward the renewal our hearts long for. Trust softens the inner tension we carry, but renewal often requires a shift in perspective, a turning of the heart towards something steadier than our circumstances. Many people feel worn down by life's pressures, moving through their days with a heaviness they cannot quite name. Fatigue, disappointment, or quiet sadness can make everything feel dull, even when we're trying our best. In those moments, praise can feel out of reach. We may think praise requires enthusiasm or perfect faith, but Mary's Magnificat shows us something different. Her joy was not born from perfect circumstances. She praised God because He was near, not because everything in her life made sense. Her song rose from a heart that recognized God's presence in the midst of uncertainty. As if Mother is comforting us, her example invites us to rediscover praise as a gentle turning of the heart, not a performance, not a demand, but a way of remembering that God is with us. Praise does not erase our struggles, but it shifts our gaze. When we whisper even one small sentence of praise, the heaviness loosens slightly. Our hearts begin to lift, the way a flower turns toward the sun even after a long night. Praise reorients us toward God's kindness, helping us see our day through a softer, more hopeful lens. Today's practice is simple and accessible. Say one sentence of praise. "Thank you for being with me." Let it rise naturally, without pressure. Even if you feel tired or unsure, let that single sentence be enough. It is not the size of the praise that renews the heart, but the willingness to open it. Lord, let my heart rediscover joy in your presence. Tomorrow, we learn how purpose grows quietly over time. From rediscovering joy through gentle praise, we now take another small step into understanding how purpose grows. Many people quietly wonder if they are on the right path. Even when life is stable on the outside, the heart can feel lost, unsure, or unanchored. Questions like, "What am I meant to do?" or "Is my life making any difference?" often surface in moments of fatigue or transition. This uncertainty can create a heaviness that is difficult to put into words. It's in this tender space that Mary's Magnificat offers reassurance. Her purpose unfolded slowly, through ordinary days, through listening, through trust. She did not receive a complete map. Instead, she welcomed God's guidance one moment at a time, allowing Him to shape her life with quiet intention. As if Mother is comforting us, Her song reminds us that purpose rarely arrives in a sudden flash. It grows like dawn, gradually illuminating what was once dim. God shapes our direction gently, through the desires He places in us, through opportunities that nudge us, and through the quiet movements of grace. Purpose does not require pressure. It requires attentiveness, a willingness to notice where our heart leans toward goodness, kindness, or service. Often, God reveals our path through what naturally draws us toward love, not through grand revelations. When we pay attention to those gentle pulls, we begin to see the outlines of the purpose God is forming within us. Today's practice is simple. Take 30 seconds to notice one thing you feel drawn toward today, something good, gentle, or helpful. It might be a desire to encourage someone, to take care of a small task, or to rest responsibly. Let this gentle pull serve as a clue to how God is guiding you right now. Lord, guide my purpose and teach me to walk in your light. The next step invites courage in small, steady forms. From noticing where God gently draws our hearts, we now take the next soft step, learning how courage grows in the smallest acts. Many people imagine courage as something dramatic, big decisions, bold moves, or heroic strength. But in daily life, courage often looks much quieter. It shows up in choosing kindness when we're tired, patience when we're frustrated, or faithfulness when no one is watching. And when life feels heavy or uncertain, even small acts can feel difficult, as though the heart has forgotten its own strength. Mary's Magnificat helps us see courage through a different lens. Her praise is steady and grounded, revealing a strength rooted not in loud declarations, but in simple fidelity. She remained faithful to God's call through ordinary days, hidden sacrifices, and moments where the path ahead was unclear. As if Mother is comforting us, her example invites us to understand courage as a series of small yeses, quiet choices to do the good that lies within our reach. And it is often in these small acts that God shapes our hearts most deeply. Quiet courage doesn't demand perfection. It grows through consistency, through choosing love one moment at a time. It is the courage to forgive, to show kindness without expecting recognition, to keep praying when answers feel far away. These simple actions strengthen the soul the way gentle exercise strengthens the body, slowly, invisibly, and steadily. Today's practice is simple. Do one small act of kindness without announcing it. It might be a small chore you take on for someone else, a gentle word, or a silent prayer for someone who needs it. Let it be your offering, a quiet seed of goodness only God sees. Lord, give me quiet courage to do the good within my reach. Tomorrow brings a reflection on receiving God's mercy anew. From growing in quiet courage, we take another gentle step into a place every heart needs, the place where mercy meets our wounds. Even people of deep faith carry moments of shame, times we disappointed ourselves, hurt someone we love, failed to follow through, or slowly drifted from prayer. These moments can build an invisible wall inside us. We may still believe in God's love, yet feel undeserving of it, as though His mercy is meant for everyone except us. When this heaviness settles in, it becomes easy to hide, to rush through our days without pausing long enough to face what feels broken. Shame whispers that we should handle our failures alone, but the heart was never meant to heal in isolation. It's here that the light of Mary's Magnificat shines gently. Her song proclaims God's mercy for those who fear Him, not those who are flawless, but those willing to open their hearts. As if Mother is comforting us, her praise reminds us that God's mercy is not distant. It is waiting at the door of our vulnerability. Mercy doesn't erase the past, but it softens its sting. It allows us to breathe again, to let go of the harsh stories we tell ourselves, and to remember that God sees us with compassion, not condemnation. His mercy is steady, like a calm hand reaching out when we feel too weak to stand. When we allow ourselves to receive that mercy, even slightly, renewal begins. Today's practice is small but sincere. Offer one slow breath of surrender and whisper, "Lord, I open my heart to your mercy." Do not force emotion. Let the breath be enough. Let it be the opening that allows God to meet you gently. Lord, renew me through your gentle compassion. A path of healing unfolds in the next part. From receiving mercy with open hands, we take the next gentle step into deeper healing. Mercy softens the heart, but healing often requires honesty, something many of us quietly struggle with. When pain lingers beneath the surface, we often distract ourselves, push forward, or pretend we're fine. But unspoken wounds have a way of weighing us down. Old disappointments, unresolved conflicts, harsh self-judgment, or grief we tuck away because we don't want to burden anyone. These hidden places can leave us feeling heavy without fully understanding why. Healing begins when we pause long enough to acknowledge what hurts. This is not about reliving pain or blaming ourselves. It is about recognizing that God meets us most tenderly in the places we try hardest to hide. Mary's life invites us into this humility. In Scripture, we see her pondering, reflecting, and bringing the movements of her heart into God's presence. As if Mother is comforting us, her example reminds us that our wounds are not signs of failure, but openings where God longs to pour his healing love. Honest reflection is an act of courage. It allows us to name what has been hurting and let God care for it. When we bring our real selves before him, not the polished version, not the strong face we show others, we make space for grace to work quietly and deeply. Healing rarely happens in an instant, but each honest moment becomes a small doorway through which light begins to enter. Today's practice is gentle yet powerful. Write one sentence describing what you want God to heal. It can be a feeling, a memory, a relationship, or a worry. Keep it simple. Let the act of naming it be the beginning of releasing it into God's hands. Lord, touch the wounded places of my heart with your healing love. Tomorrow, we will rediscover the strength of consistency. From naming what needs healing, we take another gentle step forward into the slow, steady work of consistency. Healing opens the heart, but to stay grounded, we need rhythms that carry us even when our emotions swing. Many people struggle with this quietly. Some days prayer feels natural, and other days it feels distant. Some mornings we wake ready to trust, and by afternoon we feel overwhelmed again. This inconsistency can lead to guilt or discouragement, as though our spiritual life depends entirely on how stable we feel. But the truth is far gentler. Mary's steady faith shows us that consistency is not about perfection, it is about returning. In Scripture, she appears again and again, present in the ordinary and the extraordinary, remaining faithful not because life was easy, but because her heart stayed open. As if Mother is comforting us, her example reminds us that one brief return to God can be more powerful than a long stretch of forced discipline. Consistency grows through small gestures, a quiet prayer before bed, a moment of gratitude, a simple turning of the heart in the middle of a busy day. Our emotions rise and fall, but God's presence remains steady. When we choose to show up, to pray, to breathe, to pause, even for a single moment, we strengthen our spiritual roots. These tiny returns form a foundation that carries us through seasons of stress, doubt, or dryness. Consistency does not erase struggle, but it keeps us connected to the one who sustains us through it. Today's practice is simple and gentle. Choose one moment, any moment, to pause and say, Lord, I'm here. It could be in the morning, during work, or before sleep. Let it be an offering of presence, a reminder that your relationship with God grows through tiny openings. Lord, strengthen my daily faithfulness, even in small steps. A gentle invitation to deeper gratitude comes next. From the small return of daily faithfulness, we take another step into a quieter, deeper kind of gratitude. Many of us know what it feels like to move through the day on autopilot, tired, anxious, or simply stretched thin. When life feels heavy or repetitive, gratitude can slip to the edges of our awareness. We might intellectually know we have blessings, yet emotionally feel disconnected from them. This disconnect can make us believe something is wrong with us, when in reality, it is a very human response to stress. In moments like these, the Magnificat becomes a gentle invitation rather than a demand. Mary's words of praise were not born out of perfect circumstances, but out of a heart that noticed God's quiet fidelity. Her gratitude was layered, rooted in trust, shaped by humility, and open to mystery. As if Mother is comforting us, her life encourages us to look beneath the surface of our days and notice the subtle ways God sustains us. A moment of rest, a kind gesture, a breath that feels steadier than the last. Deepening gratitude doesn't require forcing ourselves to feel something dramatic. Instead, it grows through brief, intentional attention. When we pause to appreciate even one blessing, we give our soul a moment to breathe. These small acknowledgments soften the tightness in our hearts and make room for renewed hope. Over time, these quiet pauses form a gentle rhythm that helps us see God's love woven into the ordinary. For today's simple practice, choose one blessing, however small, and give it 10 focused seconds of appreciation. Let that tiny moment be enough. Let it remind you that God is close even when life feels complicated or dull. Lord, deepen my gratitude so I may see your love more clearly. Tomorrow, we continue growing through trust renewed. From the gentle deepening of gratitude, we take another small step into trust. Trust that grows quietly rather than all at once. Many of us carry worries that seem to reset every morning. We try to be strong, to manage everything, to appear composed. Yet beneath the surface, fatigue and anxiety can quietly build. It's easy to feel guilty for not trusting enough, as if trust were a test we keep failing. But trust is not a performance. It's a relationship that needs daily tending. Mary's Magnificat reflects this kind of living trust. Her praise flowed from a heart that returned to God again and again. She did not know every detail of the future, yet she leaned into God's faithfulness with steady openness. As if Mother is comforting us, her example reminds us that trust is renewed in small moments, moments where we breathe, surrender, and remember that we are not carrying life alone. Trust grows when we bring our real hearts to God without pretending. It deepens when we allow Him to meet us in our tiredness instead of waiting until we feel stronger. Even a single sentence offered sincerely can reopen the door to peace. Just as dawn returns each day, trust can rise again within us, even if yesterday felt overwhelming. What matters is the return, the leaning, the willingness to place one small piece of our worry into God's hands. For today's simple practice, before you sleep tonight, choose one worry, large or small, and place it consciously into God's care. Let that quiet act be an offering of trust renewed, even if it feels fragile. Lord, meet me in my worries and renew my trust in you. The journey continues in the next batch with gentle hope. From that renewed trust, we take another gentle step forward, learning to believe that God is still at work, especially when life feels slow. Many of us know the quiet ache of thinking we should be further along by now. We try, we pray, we hope, yet progress can feel invisible. This can bring discouragement or the sense that we're standing still while everyone else is moving. It's a tender place in the heart where doubt mingles with longing. But the Magnificat reminds us that God's work is often hidden before it becomes visible. Mary praised God not because she saw everything clearly, but because she trusted his faithfulness across generations. As if Mother is comforting us, her example invites us to believe that transformation often begins in the soil of quiet days. Days where nothing dramatic seems to happen, yet something within us is slowly taking shape. Growth is rarely loud. It unfolds in small decisions, quiet prayers, gentle openness. Even the deepest roots grow in silence. Much of God's work happens beneath the surface, strengthening us in ways we cannot yet name. When we feel stagnant, it may be that God is deepening foundations rather than displaying results. The Magnificat's steady confidence encourages us to stay faithful, trusting that God nurtures progress in rhythms we cannot fully see. For today's simple practice, take one slow breath and say, "Lord, continue your work in me." Let that brief moment open space for hope, reminding your heart that unseen growth is still real growth. Lord, strengthen me to trust the quiet ways you shape my life. Tomorrow, we learn to welcome God's timing gently. From that place of trusting quiet growth, we take another gentle step into something many of us find difficult: waiting. Waiting can stir restlessness deep inside us. When we long for answers, clarity, or change, delays can make us feel forgotten or unsure. The heart grows tired when prayers seem unanswered or when life moves slower than our hopes. This quiet ache is something so many carry, often silently. Yet the Magnificat offers a soft invitation to see waiting differently. Mary praised God for his faithfulness even before she understood how every detail of his plan would unfold. As if Mother is encouraging us, her example reminds us that God's timing is not a sign of distance, but of careful love. His work often comes in rhythms slower than our desires, but truer than our fears. Waiting in God's hands becomes a place of shaping. It teaches us to rely on him rather than on our own hurried plans. It broadens our hearts to receive blessings we would have overlooked had everything come quickly. In those stretches of patience, God is often preparing the soil for something deeper: strength, wisdom, compassion, or peace that cannot be rushed. The Magnificat teaches us that God's timing is part of his mercy. Mary's trust wasn't passive. It was a steady openness to God moving at the pace of grace. We too can learn to rest in that gentle rhythm, letting hope grow without pressure. For today's small practice, choose one worry you've been rushing and offer it slowly. Lord, I wait with you. Let that quiet surrender ease the tension inside your heart. Lord, teach me patience and help me rest in your timing. A new step of surrender opens in the next part. From that place of learning to wait with God, we take another gentle step into something that often feels just as challenging: surrender. Many of us carry responsibilities, expectations, or unresolved worries that sit heavily on the heart. Even when we try to hold everything together, there are moments when life feels bigger than our strength. This weight can lead to tension in the body, anxious thoughts, or the quiet fear of failing the people we love. It's a burden many carry silently. But surrender, in the spiritual sense, is not defeat. It is a release into God's loving care. In Luke 1, Mary's openness to God didn't come from knowing every detail of the path ahead. It came from trusting the one who was guiding her. Her willingness becomes an invitation, not to abandon our responsibilities, but to entrust what we cannot control. As if Mother is comforting us, her example encourages a peaceful yielding rather than an anxious grasping. Surrender creates space for God to work. When our hearts soften, when our hands loosen their grip, God can bring comfort where fear once lived and clarity where confusion once lingered. Letting go is not about losing. It is about allowing God to hold what was never ours to carry alone. This gradual, gentle release becomes a doorway into deeper peace and renewed purpose. For today's small practice, take 30 seconds to release the tension in your shoulders. Let them soften, even slightly. Then whisper, "Lord, I give this to you." Allow this simple gesture to remind your heart that you are not carrying life on your own. Lord, receive what I cannot carry and fill my heart with peace. Tomorrow, we rediscover purpose through compassion. From the place of surrender, where we released what burdens us, we take another gentle step toward rediscovering purpose. Many people feel directionless not because they lack gifts, but because their hearts are simply tired. Fatigue, emotional, spiritual, or physical, can blur our sense of meaning. When we're worn down, even small tasks feel heavy, and our lives can seem like they are losing shape. This feeling is more common than we admit, and it doesn't mean we failed. It simply means we need renewal. Mary's Magnificat offers a soft path forward. Her praise flows from a heart attentive to God's mercy and the needs of others. Compassion, expressed with humility and tenderness, often reignites a sense of purpose. As if Mother is gently guiding us, we're reminded that meaning doesn't always come from big achievements. Often, it grows through small acts of love, acts that open our hearts to God's presence and to the people He places before us. Compassion shifts our focus outward in a healing way. Instead of being trapped in our own worries, love invites us to see someone else's need and respond with gentleness. In serving others, even in tiny ways, our hearts rediscover their strength. This kind of purpose is quiet but powerful. It aligns with God's rhythms, the same rhythms that shaped Mary's life of service and praise. Today's small practice is simple but meaningful. Offer one kind word or message to someone who might need encouragement. It can be as short as, "I'm thinking of you," or "I hope today brings you peace." This act is not about fixing anyone. It's about spreading compassion, and in doing so, letting your own purpose breathe again. Lord, soften my heart and guide me to serve with love. A gentle reflection on resilience awaits next. From the compassion we extended yesterday, even in a small and simple way, we take another gentle step forward. Acts of kindness often open our hearts, but challenges can still weigh heavily on us. Many people quietly wonder if they're strong enough to face what life keeps placing before them. Fatigue, repeated disappointments, or a season of uncertainty can make even ordinary tasks feel overwhelming. It's in these moments that we begin questioning our resilience, wondering if we'll ever rise again with confidence. Mary's Magnificat, however, offers a comforting truth. Her praise wasn't born in comfort or ease. It flowed from a heart grounded in God's faithfulness. As if Mother is softly encouraging us, we're reminded that real resilience doesn't depend on our own strength alone. It grows from grace that meets us right where we are, even in our discouragement. Grace is steady, patient, and persistent. It holds us when we feel fragile and slowly rebuilds what hardship has shaken. This kind of resilience doesn't demand perfection. It invites us to lean gently into God's presence, trusting that He is shaping strength within us even when we don't feel it. The Magnificat teaches that God lifts the lowly and strengthens the humble. When we allow ourselves to be honest about our struggles, grace has room to work more freely. Each challenge becomes a place where God's quiet support can be rediscovered. Today's small practice is simple and grounding. Write a short sentence acknowledging a challenge you're facing and God's presence within it. Something like, "Lord, I'm struggling with this, but I know you are with me." Let the sentence become a soft reminder that you're not carrying your burdens alone. Lord, help me rise with your grace in every difficulty. Tomorrow, we reflect on embracing our God-given dignity. From rising with grace in yesterday's reflection, we take another gentle step inward. Hardships can leave us feeling worn down, and comparison can creep in quietly. Many people carry an unspoken heaviness, believing they are not enough or fearing they fall short next to others. These feelings can weaken our purpose and dim the joy that once felt natural. Mary's Magnificat offers a loving whisper of truth into these wounds. When she proclaims that God has looked upon His servant, it becomes an invitation for us to consider how God looks upon each one of us with tenderness, intention, and delight. As if Mother is comforting us, we remember that our worth does not come from achievement, performance, or perfection. It comes from being created and loved by God Himself. Dignity is not something we earn, it is something bestowed. This dignity remains even when we feel insecure or unseen. In the Magnificat, Mary praises the God who lifts the lowly. That includes us in our fragile moments, our anxious thoughts, our quiet doubts about who we are. God's gaze is steady and faithful, reminding us that our lives carry meaning beyond what we can measure. When we live from this truth, purpose becomes clearer and gentler. We no longer strive anxiously to prove ourselves. We allow God to reveal who we are becoming. Today's small practice is simple yet powerful. Lord, thank you for creating me with purpose. Let the words settle in your heart like seeds of truth. You don't need to feel it perfectly for it to begin working within you. Just offer it sincerely. Lord, help me live from the dignity you've given me. The next part leads us into gentle renewal. From embracing the dignity God has given us, we now take a gentle step toward renewal. Many hearts today feel worn down, not from one big burden, but from the slow accumulation of worries, obligations, and unseen stresses. Fatigue can cloud our sense of purpose and soften our hope until we barely notice how tired we've become. In Mary's Magnificat, there is a quiet strength that invites us to pause and breathe again. Her praise flows from a heart grounded in God's mercy, not from a life free of challenges. As if Mother is comforting us, the Magnificat becomes a reminder that renewal doesn't come from forcing ourselves to be strong. It comes from receiving the grace that God already pours out, especially when we feel empty. Mary's humility opens a space where God's mercy can rest, and her example gently teaches us that exhaustion is not a failure. It is a place where God can begin healing us. When we allow ourselves to rest in that mercy, the heart slowly regains its ability to hope, to trust, and to love. Renewal happens quietly, much like morning light gradually softens a dark room. It is not dramatic, but it is real, and God meets us exactly where we are, not where we think we should be. Today's simple practice is this. Rest your hand on your chest for one slow inhale and ask for renewal. Just one breath, one moment of honesty before God. Let that single breath remind you that His mercy is near. Lord, refresh my weary heart with your gentle mercy. Tomorrow brings a step into deeper gratitude. From welcoming renewal, we take a gentle step into gratitude. Many of us carry heavy burdens, responsibilities that pull on our hearts, worries that sit quietly in the background, or fatigue that never seems to lift. On difficult days, gratitude can feel almost out of reach, as if our minds are too tired to notice anything good. Yet Mary's Magnificat invites us to see gratitude differently. Her praise does not come from a life free of challenges, but from a heart anchored in God's presence. As if Mother is encouraging us, the Magnificat becomes a reminder that gratitude does not deny the weight we carry. It simply gives the heart a way to rise above it. Like a soft light touching a dim room, gratitude can shift our focus just enough for hope to enter again. Mary's praise is gentle, steady, honest. She acknowledges God's works even while walking through the unknown. Her example teaches us that gratitude is not forced positivity. It is a quiet choice to notice God's blessings alongside our struggles. This simple act can soften tension, ease fear, and help us breathe again. Today's small practice is this. Name one burden you are carrying, and then name one blessing beside it. Hold them together, not to compare them, but to let your heart remember that God is present in both. Lord, help me see blessings even in challenging days. A reflection on God's faithful presence comes next. From the gratitude we reflected on yesterday, we take another small step into recognizing God's faithful presence. Many of us move through seasons that feel confusing, heavy, or unexpectedly quiet. There are days when joy is easy to notice, and others when burdens hide anything hopeful. In these shifting moments, it's natural to wonder where God is and whether He walks with us in the ordinary patterns of our lives. Mary's Magnificat offers a gentle reminder. God's companionship is not limited to joyful seasons. Her praise rises from a heart both humble and uncertain, yet confident that God has done great things and continues to do so. As if Mother is comforting us, the Magnificat becomes an invitation to trust that God's presence remains steady even when our emotions or circumstances change. His nearness doesn't depend on how strong we feel, it simply is. Every season, whether bright or shadowed, carries traces of His love. In sorrow, He consoles. In waiting, He strengthens. In joy, He delights with us. Mary teaches us that faith grows not by escaping life seasons, but by recognizing God within them. When we pause long enough to notice, we often discover signs of His care in places we overlooked. Today's small practice is simple. Look around your environment, your room, your desk, your window, and notice one sign of God's nearness. It may be something small, but let it remind you that you are not walking alone. Lord, help me recognize your presence in today's season. Tomorrow, we explore living with renewed hope. From recognizing God's presence in every season, we take another gentle step into living with renewed hope. Many of us know what it feels like when hope grows thin, when the days feel long, the future uncertain, or our hearts too tired to imagine anything new. In these moments, even small acts of faith can feel heavy, and hope can seem like something distant, reserved for those who have it all together. Mary's Magnificat offers a different way of seeing hope. Her song rises from a place of trust in a God who is always at work, even when His plans unfold quietly. As if Mother is comforting us, the Magnificat becomes an invitation to believe that God is continuously creating, restoring, and renewing, even when we cannot see it yet. Hope is not wishful thinking. It is a steady openness to God's gentle work within us. Mary reminds us that God's goodness is not bound by our circumstances. Her praise declares that He lifts the lowly, strengthens the weary, and brings forth new beginnings. This is the kind of hope that moves us forward, not loud or dramatic, but soft, steady, and faithful. When we walk with this kind of hope, we begin to notice how God's light touches even the smallest parts of our day. Today's small practice is simple. Choose one hopeful thought, just one, and repeat it throughout the day. It could be as quiet as, "God is with me," or "There is still goodness ahead." Let it accompany your steps, your breath, and your moments of pause. Lord, fill my steps today with fresh hope. The next reflection guides us toward inner freedom. From walking with renewed hope, we take another gentle step toward inner freedom. Many of us know how easily the heart can feel restricted, worry tightening our thoughts, fear closing us in, or regret pulling us backward. These inner weights can make it hard to breathe freely or move forward with confidence. Even on peaceful days, old anxieties can quietly return and remind us how fragile our sense of freedom can be. Mary's Magnificat offers a different way of living. Her joy rises not from perfect circumstances, but from deep trust in God's goodness. As if Mother is comforting us, her praise invites us to imagine a freedom rooted not in control, but in surrender. Mary shows us that true freedom grows where trust takes root, where we let God hold what we cannot manage alone. Her example reminds us that freedom is not an escape from difficulty. It is the grace to move through life without being ruled by fear. Mary's heart stayed open, spacious, and receptive because she trusted the one who guided her steps. When we imitate this trust, even in small ways, our hearts begin to loosen, stretch, and breathe again. Today's practice is simple and tender. Lightly stretch your hands open and whisper, "Lord, free my heart." Let this gesture express what words alone sometimes cannot, a willingness to let God release what has been holding you tight. Lord, release me from the fears that hold me back. Tomorrow, we reflect on choosing love with intention. From seeking inner freedom, we move gently toward the next natural step, choosing love with intention. Many of us long to love well, yet tiredness, stress, or discouragement can make our reactions hurried and unkind. On difficult days, even simple acts of love can feel heavy, as though our hearts are running on low fuel. It's in these ordinary struggles that the call to intentional love becomes most meaningful. Mary's Magnificat is a song shaped by deliberate love. Love for God, love for His plan, love for the world she was sent to serve. As if Mother is encouraging us, her words invite us to see love not as something we wait to feel, but something we choose again and again. Her life shows that purpose grows whenever we choose love, even when emotions lag behind or circumstances are imperfect. Love chosen intentionally, especially in small, unseen ways, has the power to reshape a day, lighten a burden, or heal a relationship. It becomes a quiet offering, a cooperation with God's grace. When we act with purpose, our hearts begin to align with the love God pours into us. This slow, steady choosing is what forms the kind of love that lasts. Today's small practice is simple. Do one intentional act of love for someone at home or at work. It may be a kind word, a patient gesture, or a small help offered without being asked. Let it be an offering from a willing heart. Lord, shape my choices so they reflect your love. A gentle insight into spiritual perseverance comes next. From choosing love with intention, we now take a gentle step toward perseverance. Many of us feel discouraged when our spiritual efforts don't seem to bear fruit quickly. We start well, then life becomes busy, emotions shift, or old habits creep back in. progress can feel uneven, and we may wonder if we are growing at all. These moments are deeply human, and they can quietly drain our hope. Mary's Magnificat reminds us that spiritual growth is rarely a straight line. Her steady faith, formed in silence, trust, and daily surrender, encourages us to keep walking even when the path feels slow. As if she were comforting us, her example shows that God works through small, repeated choices. Perseverance isn't about perfection. It is about continuing to show up with an open heart. In times when movement feels invisible, grace often works beneath the surface. The quiet persistence of returning to God again and again is what gradually shapes our hearts. Just as Mary carried God's promise through uncertainty, we too are invited to continue our journey with patience and hope. Today's small practice is simple. Revisit one practice from earlier in the series and do it again with intention. Whether it was a moment of silence, a gratitude pause, or offering a worry to God, repeat it as a renewed yes to the journey. Lord, strengthen my perseverance and help me remain faithful. Tomorrow leads us to a final embrace of purpose. From persevering through slow and gentle growth, we now arrive at a moment where purpose begins to feel clearer. Many of us go through seasons when our sense of direction becomes blurred, when fatigue, disappointment, or too many responsibilities make it hard to see what God is inviting us toward. In those times, purpose can feel like something distant, reserved for someone stronger or more focused than we feel right now. Mary's Magnificat offers a different perspective. As if she is quietly encouraging us, her song reminds us that God works through ordinary lives open to Him with trust. Mary did not fully understand every step, yet her yes created space for God's purpose to take shape. Her example teaches us that renewed purpose doesn't usually arrive in dramatic moments. It grows gently as hope grows, as we notice God's faithfulness, and as we offer our everyday lives back to Him. When hope is rekindled, even slightly, our hearts begin to see possibilities again. Purpose becomes less about grand plans and more about the quiet ways we can reflect God's love in the world through compassion, perseverance, gratitude, and faith. Each small step becomes part of something larger than we can see. Today's small practice is simple and intentional. Write a short sentence describing the renewed purpose you feel called toward. It can be a whisper of desire, a direction, or a gentle intention, something honest and small enough to live today. Lord, let my renewed purpose reflect your goodness. The final part gathers the journey into a gentle blessing. From embracing renewed purpose, we now arrive at the final step of this gentle journey. Many of us reach the end of a spiritual path feeling both grateful and unsure of what comes next. Life's pressures may return, old anxieties may whisper again, and the future can still feel uncertain. Yet even here, God is near, inviting us to pause, breathe, and remember how far grace has brought us. Mary's Magnificat becomes a companion for the road ahead. Her song teaches us that gratitude is not a moment, but a way of seeing, that purpose unfolds slowly, and that hope grows each time we choose trust over fear. As if a loving mother were encouraging us, the Magnificat reminds us that God works quietly, faithfully, and tenderly in ordinary days, just as He did in Mary's life. Looking back, each part of this journey has offered a small spiritual fruit: consistency, gratitude, trust, compassion, resilience, dignity, and hope. None of these arrived all at once. They grew gently, little by little, through simple practices and an open heart. This is the wisdom the Church has always taught, that holiness is woven from daily faithfulness, small choices, and humble surrender. Today's simple practice is to spend 60 seconds in stillness, thanking God for one transformation He has begun in your heart. Let it be a quiet acknowledgement of His work within you. Lord, help me continue walking with hope, gratitude, and gentle purpose each day.